On a cold November morning in 1973, deep in the Bavarian Forest of Germany, a hunter named Klaus was tracking a stag through the dense, frosted pines. He had moved with the stillness of a shadow for hours, his senses honed by generations of watchful ancestors. Then, as the mist began to burn off the clearing ahead, he saw it. A magnificent white stag, standing absolutely still, bathed in the pale, ethereal light of dawn. The animal was not merely white, it seemed to glow with an inner luminescence. Klaus, a man whose life was dedicated to understanding the forest, felt an immediate, profound stillness descend upon him. He had raised his rifle, his finger already finding the familiar curve of the trigger. But something in the gaze of the white stag held him captive. Time seemed to stretch, and in those few frozen seconds, the hunt was forgotten. What Klaus witnessed that morning, and the instinctual pause it evoked, echoes through centuries of human experience across the globe. That solitary white stag was not just an unusual animal. It was a symbol that resonated deeply within a tapestry of ancient understandings. For it is recorded in 12 different ancient cultures that such encounters were not random sightings. They were understood as sacred moments, potent omens, and clear indications of a spiritual messenger at work. The profound stillness that overtook Klaus, the hunter's instinct suspended by a deeper recognition, is a phenomenon that modern researchers are only beginning to comprehend. The Lakota Sioux, for instance, spoke of the white buffalo as a sacred being, a bringer of plenty, and a sign of spiritual renewal. While the white stag is not the buffalo, the association of rare white ungulates with spiritual significance is a powerful cross-cultural link. These were not mere animals, but emissaries from the spirit world, carrying messages of great import. In Celtic Ireland, the ancient myths are replete with tales of white deer appearing at pivotal moments in history, often guiding heroes or foretelling significant events. These creatures were seen as guardians of the otherworld, bridging the gap between the mortal realm and the divine. Shinto priests in Japan have long revered the deer of Nara as sacred messengers of the gods, particularly of the kami Inari, the deity of rice, sake, and prosperity. For centuries, these deer have roamed freely around Kasuga Shrine, their presence considered a blessing. They are treated with utmost respect, and any harm to them is seen as a grave transgression. The white stag, with its otherworldly appearance, would have been perceived as an even more powerful manifestation of this sacred connection, a divine sign of immeasurable weight. Norwegian folklore, preserved in the ancient Eddic poems, speaks of Eikthirnir, a majestic stag that stands atop Valhalla, gnawing on the leaves of the world tree Yggdrasil. While not always appearing as white, this stag represents a primal cosmic force connected to the very fabric of existence. Its presence signifies a deep, enduring power within the natural world, a testament to the spiritual potency attributed to these animals. This ancient reverence for the stag as a symbol of life and cosmic order is a thread that weaves through disparate cultures. Appalachian folklore, meticulously recorded by WPA collectors in the 1930s, also contains accounts of spectral deer, often white, appearing to settlers and hunters. These sightings were frequently interpreted as portents, sometimes of good fortune, and other times as warnings of impending hardship or supernatural events. The persistent theme across these traditions is that the deer, especially in its rare white form, is a conscious entity of spiritual significance, not merely a creature of the wild. Consider the story of Alara, a young woman in 17th century Scotland. Her village faced a harsh winter, with crops failing and hunger looming. One bleak morning, as she ventured to a frozen stream for water, a white hind emerged from the snow-laden woods.
It stood perhaps 50 yards away, its coat shimmering like fresh snow under the weak sun. Ilara watched, frozen by an awe she couldn't explain. The hind met her gaze for what felt like an eternity, then turned and vanished back into the trees. Days later, a group of trappers, lost and near starvation, stumbled upon Ilara's village. They had found a hidden cache of preserved game, enough to see the village through the worst of the winter. Ilara always believed the white hind had guided them. In the early 1900s, on a vast estate in rural England, a gamekeeper named Arthur reported a peculiar recurring event. For 6 consecutive autumns, a magnificent white hart appeared in the same twilight meadow. It never allowed him to approach closer than 100 yards, and it never seemed alarmed by his presence. Arthur, a practical man, initially dismissed it as a rare genetic anomaly. However, over the years, he observed that whenever the white hart appeared, the deer population in that particular section of the estate was remarkably healthy, with no signs of disease or overpopulation. When the hart ceased its appearances after the 6th year, Arthur noted a subtle shift in the forest's balance. The spiritual significance of the deer is also seen in its powerful symbolism as a guide. In many indigenous traditions, the deer is a totem animal, representing gentleness, intuition, and awareness. Its ability to move silently through the deepest woods, to sense danger from afar, and to navigate complex terrains makes it a natural emblem of spiritual discernment. When a rare deer appears, it is often seen as a prompt for introspection, a call to awaken one's own inner wisdom and sensitivity. The deer carry an ancient knowledge of the earth and its cycles, a knowledge that humans have often forgotten. These encounters, spread across continents and centuries, share a common thread. They point to a profound, almost instinctive, human recognition of the deer's sacred nature. It is a recognition that transcends logical explanation, tapping into a deeper, archetypal understanding of the wild and its spiritual dimensions. The deer, particularly the rare white variant, acts as a living symbol, a bridge between worlds, reminding us of the unseen forces that shape our existence. They are not just animals, they are living metaphors, carrying ancient wisdom within their silent tread. Modern wildlife ethology researchers are beginning to uncover physiological aspects that might contribute to these profound encounters. Studies in cervid behavior show that deer possess an extraordinary ability to sense subtle changes in their environment, including human intent. Their finely tuned senses and heightened awareness allow them to perceive shifts in energy that humans, engrossed in their own thoughts, often miss. This acute sensitivity might be what allows them to act as conduits, to appear at moments of deep human need or emotional vulnerability, and to evoke that profound stillness of recognition. The deer carry something ancient. They carry the stillness of the dawn, the silence of the deep forest, the keen awareness of life's fragile balance. They carry the whispers of ancestors who paused, just as Klaus and Arthur did, recognizing a presence beyond the ordinary. The white deer is an embodiment of this ancient covenant between the wild and the human heart, a reminder that the world is far more magical and interconnected than we often allow ourselves to believe. They carry the potential for renewal, for guidance, and for a deeper understanding of our place within the grand tapestry of existence. So, the next time you see a deer at dusk, at the edge of your woods, in your headlights, on a road you didn't expect, pause. Don't reach for your phone. Look. Just look. And know that for centuries, in every corner of this earth, your ancestors did the same thing. They knew what they were witnessing. Now you do too. If you found this journey into the sacred presence of the deer meaningful, consider subscribing to What Deer Carry. We explore these profound connections between the wild and the human spirit, uncovering the ancient wisdom that surrounds us.